Marketing. It's marketing. Now, why do I keep talking about marketing? Because nothing happens without you marketing. And the world has moved offline. You've moved from the offline point online. And so you have to understand what marketing is like online. So again, my name is Stallone-Obaraemi Samuel. And if you are someone who wants to be online or who is already online and you are an online entrepreneur, so to speak, and you probably have created a course, if you've created an online program, if you have something, it could be anything that you want to sell online. What you want to do is to apply the various marketing techniques so that you can actually do what? Put yourself out there. Remember, for people to buy from you, they need to trust you. For them to trust you, they need to see you a number of times. They need to hear you. They need to get to believe in you. So that is why one of the things that can help you go out there and get people to see you, to like you, to trust you, is to be interviewed on podcasts. So whatever niche you are in, whatever industry you are in, you need to begin to look at, this is one part most people really probably don't pay attention to. So because now you've created your course, so the question is, what do you do? Because if you can't sell the course, nothing happens. It's going to just stay there and rot. Okay. Sometimes people may not use that exact word to say, okay, I've created my course, so what do I do next? But that's a question that actually resonates. That's the question that really just keeps kind of keeps sounding in their head. Okay. And then it manifests even in their actions. You see them like kind of confused completely what to do. So maybe you are in that exact position right now. Well, if that's the case, it is simple. Start promoting it. Whatever you're doing, whatever course you have, whatever thing you have built, start doing what? Promoting it in any way. Make no mistakes. In the process of promoting it, you will make mistakes. There are some things that will not work. I tell people, marketing campaigns, they are like wars. Just as you have different battles, you have quite a number of battles in a war. You lose some, you win some, right? And then you come back and you strategize. You come into the war room and then you ask, so what went wrong? Why did we lose here? What are we going to do next time we go back to that same terrain because we need to keep capturing territory? Or should we even abandon that territory and go somewhere? That's exactly how a marketing campaign is. So no matter what you're trying to sell, whether it's an online course or some other product or service, until you tell people about it, there is really a good chance that no one is going to see it. And if no one sees it, then no one buys it, which means all the blood, all the sweat, all the tears that you invested into creating that course or that program or that product or that service is pretty much wasted. All right. So how can you spread the word? That's a great question. How can I spread the word? Okay, so there are a lot of different ways to market something online. I think I've overflopped this. I've said it a couple of times. And if you've even been paying attention or following me lately, you will find out that you probably have noticed that I've been doing my best to introduce you to a couple of marketing strategies that successful online instructors, successful online entrepreneurs have actually been using to promote and sell their products. There are quite a number of things that people do, ranging from email marketing to hosting live webinars, creating a Facebook group, for their audience, and then working with even joint venture partners and all of that, just to name a few. I've also got lots of topics that I'm going to share with you in the coming days and the coming weeks that would help you. So I advise you to stay tuned. Just follow me and make sure that you keep following the videos that I put out there. But now in this video, what I'm going to introduce you to is a marketing strategy that is available to pretty much everyone, regardless, but people take for granted. I mentioned that earlier on. That is podcast, getting interviewed on podcasts. So why is getting interviewed on podcast such a great marketing strategy? You see, if you compare this to other marketing strategies, getting interviewed on podcasts is pretty easy to do. It doesn't cost you any money. It doesn't take away so much time. For instance, it's just about sitting down and talking about something that you love, sharing your experience, as against if you were to write a blog post. How many hours will it take you to write a blog post? Okay, it doesn't take you that much time if you have to do a podcast. Okay, so that is these are a couple of reasons why you need to consider a podcast. Listen, and you already have another reason is, in most cases, you already have ready-made listeners, audience waiting to hear from you, because the podcast host has already built that audience. I could tell you what, it's not a bad way to get your name out there. I'm sure you agree, right? So being interviewed on podcasts isn't just an effective marketing strategy for online course creators or for online entrepreneurs or for online marketers, social media marketers, digital marketers. And this is not just, it's not just that. There are so many people, consultants, bloggers, software engineers, that look forward to getting on podcasts in order to generate that buzz that they need, increase awareness of their products or service. Plus, there are lots of podcasts out there, and the hosts of those podcasts are actually looking for people, okay, to come on their program. And then apart from that, the number of people that are listening to podcasts every day, they keep increasing every now and then. So for a moment, pause. Do you see the trend? Do you see the opportunity there? You see, the evidence is indisputable. More people are listening to podcasts and more people are starting podcasts. So this means that there is an increasing number of opportunities for you to be interviewed on podcasts. That's pretty much cool, right? Now, look at the equation. More podcasts, more people listening to podcasts, and that equals to what? More opportunities to be interviewed, and for your business, your brand, your product to be out there for people to have access to. So whether your goal is to get more people to buy your products, your physical products that you're selling online, or your services that you're giving out, you're selling online, or your online courses, or whatever it is, getting more subscribers into your email list, increasing traffic to your website, or building your personal brand and becoming a recognized authority in your industry, getting interviewed on podcasts is a great way to accomplish all of these objectives and more. All right. So I don't know how to put it more, but I hope you get the drift here. Okay. That's real good news. The bad news is you're not the only person that is looking out there to catch a spot, okay, to be interviewed on a podcast. The top podcasts platforms are getting slammed with interview requests. So getting on them is not that easy. Even for the newer podcasts with smaller audiences, finding guests to interview isn't very hard. So finding a great guest, however, is. So how can you become a great guest? That's a key. So there are lots of podcasts. There are experienced podcasts, huge audiences, but you have people scrambling to want to get on them. And you also have new ones. But these new ones also don't find it hard to get people to get on their platform. But what they find difficult is to find a great guest. You see, every podcast host that does interviews is always looking for their next great guest, someone who can add value to their audience and make them look good in the process. So at this point, what you need to know is to understand, how can you become a great guest? How can you understand your field? How can you understand what you do so well and communicate effectively? Gather communication skills so that you can present yourself and give value in a way that people look forward to having you again and again. So pretty much simple. I believe you get the point right now, right? So one way that you cannot ignore, that most people ignore, is podcast. So do not ignore it. Find a way, get on podcast and put your business, put your brand out there. A marketing campaign is like a war. It's not just one strategy. Try a couple of strategies and see what works best for you. I hope this has been of value to you. Now, talking about marketing campaigns, we've put together what is called ADME, Aspiring Digital Marketing Entrepreneurs Program. Now, we said aspiring, but really, even those who are there already who've been entrepreneurs would need this. And this program at this point in time will teach you basically something simple, how you can turn total strangers into paying customers. Because without marketing, there is no customer, no sales, no cash flow, your business nosedives. What about if you do not have a business right now and you want to go into a business? I think the customer acquisition industry is where you should get to. Understand the online skills and tools to get customers for businesses. Why? Because most business owners hate to sell. So if you become the champion marketer for them, you're like their messiah. How about we teach you how to do this in a very short period of time, a couple of days? Then you can apply these principles and own your own agency. Now, this program is worth 257,000 naira. But right now, before its launch in a couple of days, it's going for less than 5,000 naira. Now, on the launch date, it's going to go to 20,000. From that point, it's going to go to 50,000. From that point, it's going to keep climbing up. So if you're watching this now when it hasn't gotten to 20,000, this is the best time. But even if you're watching it when it is 20 or 50,000, this is the best time to buy it at this point because it will keep climbing. One more thing, you have 100% money back guarantee. You'll have we will teach you different processes. You would have cheat sheets, you'll have workbooks, you would have daily methods of operation, and then you will also have a community support to help you to grow and become an outstanding marketer, okay, that can take your business from where it is and scale it up and using different strategies. Hope that makes sense to you. So look somewhere around. I'm sure you will see a link beneath or above or beside, somewhere around this video, and click on that link and immediately take action. The best time to take action is right now. I don't have to sell this program because you stand to lose nothing. Now, even if you do not buy into this program, I'm sure that this video has been of benefit to you. All right. So go on there, look for podcasts, and let the world hear you because you've got something to offer the world. One more time. My name is Stallone-Obaraemi Samuel, and I'm your success partner. I'll see you next time. Bye for now.